Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise and today I'm using the Light Seers Tarot and this reading is for March 17th, 2021. So as always, my intention is to know what is it that we need to know for the day to best help us heal our souls. So these messages are timeless, but it may be very specific for the day. It's funny how that happens often. Okay, so for a theme, we have the Strength card. That's excellent. Let me grab my chopstick here. Okay, so check out the infinity symbol, as our tattoo, and remember the strength of love that comes through the sign of Leo, because it's all about our solar essence. Leo is ruled by the sun, and the sun, I believe, is part of the cosmic intelligence of the universe that is comprised and completely based in love. And we can see that clue right here with the little heart for her necklace, and the gentleness of the lamb right here. So I believe this card speaks a lot to being aware of inner strength that comes through once we have become aware of any area in our souls that isn't aligned with love. Now, we're humans, we're not perfect, and this world is not perfect that we live in, but our essence, our deep spiritual essence, actually is perfect, and it is already aligned with love. So all we're doing in each lifetime is trying to clear out anything away from, out of, the soul substance that is some form of less than 100% love. And so we'll have all these degrees of, soul substance that is full of love, and then areas where we're not, and we're confused and we don't know why, and areas where we get stuck in our pride, where we're living for like the sake of appearances, where there's a conflict between others and we're trying to be, either better or worse than, so that we can stay connected to them, because, connection, we have to remember, is one of the real needs. We have these real needs to love and to have safety and comfort and connection and to be seen and heard and understood, which is our, creative self-expression. And this is a very, very creative card. Along with the Empress, and well, I think every card speaks to creativity, but this one speaks to the strength of knowing that you are a creator, because that's where we come from. We come from the realm of creator, so we are a part of that, and it's not whole without us. That's the deal. So sometimes when we're not trusting love, when the Knight of Cups comes in reversed, it can have to do with being a little bit manipulated in the past. And sometimes we can look at these cards as like past, present, future. If it works for the day, then it works for the day. But when the Knight of Cups comes in reversed, it can be somebody who's kind of tricky and who's maybe giving to get. If it's an aspect of ourselves, we could look at, okay, if we just come back to our inner strength, we'll have no need to try to give in order to get, right? Because we can just be ourselves. Just moving through life being ourselves is always the best way to go. Unless a part wants to pop through and be mean to others, mean or cruel to others, or, judgmental and controlling, then that's the part you want to go, oh, wait a minute. I don't need to do that, right? So on another aspect, it could be just for the day. It could be that it's kind of a day to kick back and not try to like push. Especially if it comes to, if you catch yourself wanting to manipulate somebody, Or if someone's trying to manipulate you, then you're going to have to stand in your strength. And this is especially true if it happens to be one of your kids. Because they can be master manipulators. I mean, they can have us wrapped around their little fingers because we love them, right? We want to give them everything they need, and sometimes it ends up being too much of what they want, but they don't really know. They just want to, I don't know, sometimes they just want to get things to stay connected to us. So finding the right way to love them can be the challenging part. And that may be especially true to all the grandma and grandpas out there. This could be your grandkids. I know mine certainly put me to the test when they were little, but they've grown up to be, awesome, beautiful women now. So, and my grandson, he never was manipulative. He's, boys are easier, you guys. I swear, I think boys are easier. I really do. At least as little ones, maybe not as older ones, but little. But anyway, back to, if it's just a message about us, this card is all about reuniting and coming back to our playful selves. It has everything to do with healing and having fun, being carefree like a kid. It can also be a card of remembering something that feels familiar from the past. So of course this is, loving, this guy of course is remembering the puppy that he grew up with and took care of, and now they're together as mature individuals, and they're still sharing their soul, but he remembers him as a puppy, and he remembers all the fun that he had. So this card can refer to our pets sometimes and how much love they need. And if they're pulling on us trying to get more attention, maybe they really need it. You need to give it to them, especially when they're puppies. I'm trying to think of all the different messages these cards can bring through. So kids, pets. If it has to do with our childhoods, then this would be, again, a memory of maybe where we felt we needed to manipulate or submit or give in order to have any sense of power and, control, strength with our parents. Sometimes that's the key. And then as we've evolved and we've grown over the years, we realize that we no longer need to do that. Because to bring this card up in the upright position, it has to do with being very sensitive and very graceful and visioning. I think envisioning, because it's such a, the cups, it's all about imagination and dreaming a new reality into place. It's a very sensitive card. There's the power and the sensitivity. I mean, just check it out. Like, this guy has done everything he can to create the most beautiful picnic experience for someone that he deeply cares about, or looks like he deeply cares about. But when it's reversed, that's where the manipulation comes in, and that's where you have to be careful about, like, what does this person really want? Right? So if it's our kids, like I said, try and figure out, what is it that they really want? Is there some real need that's not being met? Have they not been encouraged? Have they not been seen? Have they not been heard? Are you not understanding what's really trying to be expressed? And like I said, it can very well be a grandchild too, or any child, or anyone that you're with. Now, if this is an adult type of situation, then it would be childhood wounding and childhood trauma that would have them in that place where they're giving to get. And then, to just stand in your strength, and maybe you don't even have to say you don't need to do that, but just let them, in your own unique way, let them know that they're loved no matter what, that you accept them just the way they are. Because this could have a lack of self-acceptance, with the Knight of Cups reversed, that would attract that type of, situation. So let me use the animal spirit oracle and see what else we have. Ooh. Oh, we had this before recently. I think it was yesterday. Yeah. So with pig spirit being the center card, so for the theme, it has to do with thinking wisely, communicating wisely. The mind, of course, is where we receive messages and produce messages. So I guess maybe the main message here is when challenging situations come in, it's not to be wasted. It's more to try and understand whatever you can do to bring a peaceful situation into play. So if you're coming through those times at any time in your life, if you're getting triggered by your past, this would be a card of the past, then of course you want to get back to peace and harmony. So you have to think it through, like, okay, what's triggering me? And, what do I need to do to love myself through it? Right? And to get into or bring in, what's the right way to say this? To bring in a peaceful resolution from the past into the strength of your love. That there's no need to control anything. We all have this place that we're healing inside that says things like, life can be 100% happiness, and therefore, we can have all the love, and we can control everything, and we can have 100% bliss and pleasure all the time. And so what we do is that we try to eliminate things out of our life experience that where we don't have any control, or we don't have the pleasure we want, or we don't have the approval that we want, or the love. So what we really need to do is just to let go, and it's always about letting go and surrendering and trying to come back to that peaceful place. And to do that, we have to think things through. Oftentimes we have to question things from a lot of different angles, especially when we're in a false belief. And then no matter what is being worked through, it's not for naught. It's never for naught. It's not wasted. It's not wasted energy to heal something. And it takes as long as it takes, and you're not done until you're done. So if we can accept that life on earth is not perfect, and these inconvenient type of manipulative feelings that come up, or manipulations from others that come up, it's just temporary. There's nothing wrong with us or them. It's just that we're all human and we're all working through something. So if you can just be peaceful about that and tolerant, then of course you can be in a place to provide healing. You can be in a place where you're facilitating, the healing process. So, okay, well, that's it for today. Thanks, you guys, for listening, and I hope you're all well and you're getting through the week just fine. And I'll be back soon. Okay, bye.